Take a look at the Pac-12 standings, and a lot of ranked teams. The league looking very good right now. So if you took the best parts of all those teams, what would that team look like? Well, let's go over to Nigel to see how you build a champ.
Hey, appreciate it, Guy. And by the way, I'm here with my guy, Shane Vereen. Hey, now look, we can talk about who the best team in the Pac-12 is, but what if we could take the best parts of each team and create the mega team?
Like Frankenstein.
You know what I'm talking about.
We're around the same thing.
All right, so we're going to create the best team that we could in the Pac-12, and we're going to start off with passing game. And if we're going to talk about passing game, come on, man. Best 2 years in a row.
I mean, it is your team.
Got to go to Montlake. Got to go to Montlake.
I get it.
My dogs in Seattle. Come on, man. Michael Penix Jr. leading the country in passing. McMillan, Adunze. You got Polk.
Yeah.
You got Bernard.
Yeah.
Westover.
I hear you.
There's so many weapons. I mean, literally, they just ringing up scoreboards so bad. Operators, they got to, come on, man. Scoreboard operators don't even know what to do.
Well, at least the Husky doesn't have to do push-ups. Like the Oregon Duck.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah. So it's my turn, right? My turn. My passing game. My passing game. I'm going to go down. Southern California. There's this guy there. His name's Caleb Williams. You might have heard of him.
I've seen him in commercials.
Won the Heisman last year. And what did he do? Came back retooled with a new set of weapons. We're talking Zachariah Branch, my favorite freshman in all of football right now. We're talking Brendan Rice. We're talking Dorian Singer. We're talking Mario Williams. Do I need to go on? These dudes are electric, and they are so tough to stop one-on-one, let alone in the open field.
Okay, I got it. You got a great opinion. I got stats. Okay. How about this stat?
All right.
How about running game wise? I'm going with the team that went to the Palouse. Now, they didn't win, but they dropped 242 yards of rushing. I'm talking about the best rush offense in the Pac-12. I'm going with my guys in Corvallis, Oregon State. 242 against the Cougs, who held the Wisconsin Badgers to 90. They hadn't given up more than 160 to anybody.
Yeah.
And the Beavs walked in. Boom!
That's how you like this. Outside zone.
Yeah, and 1-2 punch.
Not enough. You need at least 13 to stop their running attack.
Exactly, which it felt like every now and again they had. But I'm telling you, this is the best running game. I'm putting that together. That's got to be on my all-star team. Who do you have for best running game?
You know, for my running game, I like variety.
Okay.
Right? I like guys that can do it both through the air and on the ground.
Spicy.
I'm going with my guys up in Oregon.
Okay.
Little Bucky Irving, little Noah Whittington, little James Jordan. Three-headed monster. Whoever gets the rock is scoring. Whoever gets the rock is making plays. They've done it all season long. I expect them to keep doing it all season long. Oh, and, you know, if we're going to talk running game, I got to talk about Bo Nix.
Got to.
You got to account for the quarterback when you play Oregon.
No doubt.
They run the ball so many different ways. It's exciting to watch. It's fun to watch. And they're my running attack.
Okay, I got you. Well, how about this? Let's go on the other side of the ball.
All right.
So let's start with the guys up front, the big uglies, the defensive line. Now, if I'm going with the defensive line, look, we saw the proof is in the pudding this weekend when I talk about the Utah Utes. I'm telling you right now, them boys are bad. Took a young freshman and took him to school. 7 sacks. 11 tackles for a loss. Sack Lake City? Are you kidding me? Dante Moore's going to have nightmares about this all the flight ride home. The Utah Utes defensive line was dominant. We're talking they were able to get that much pressure, usually just bringing 4, every now and again 3, rarely ever blitzing. That's my guy Morgan Scalley, who can do whatever he wants because he knows he never has to bring pressure to get pressure.
I really like it. Honestly, Utah defensively is my favorite defensive unit. But if we're talking defensive line, I got to go with my Oregon Ducks. The reason why I think they are the deepest defensive line in this conference, I think they are the most exciting defensive line, most athletic defensive line in this conference. I mean, Brandon Dorlus has stepped his game up from a season ago. This was a defensive line that was taking a lot of heat after the way they performed last season. And they retooled, they revamped, they reloaded, and they're coming. And they have been a monster to try and stop.
Okay. Well, how about we talk about the back 7, right?
Okay.
Right? We're talking linebackers, we're talking secondary.
Yeah.
And you talked about the Ducks front.
Yeah.
You know, every secondary's favorite best friend is a great defensive line.
That's true.
I got to go with the Oregon back 7. You're talking about #1 in the conference right now. And you're talking about they played 2 offenses before they even got to this weekend in Texas Tech and Hawaii, who don't even know how to run the football. That's all they do is throw the ball.
Yeah.
And they still were the #1 pass defense in the conference. And then they got that man showed up, Coach Prime. Shedeur Sanders. You know what they did? Locked them down, son. Locked them down. Seatbelted them, right? 159 passing is what they held Shedeur Sanders to for an average of 4.6 yards per pass attempt. It was check down city when they played against the Oregon Ducks, and my best pass defense in the conference. Who do you got?
The best pass defense in the conference. I'm surprised you didn't pick them, but I'm going with UW.
Okay.
For a couple of reasons. One, similar to Oregon's defensive line last year, UW secondary got a lot of heat for the way that they performed a season ago. They've gotten a lot better. And the reason why I feel like they have gotten better is because they've been forced to get better. They're scoring at the highest clip ever.
Right.
You have to throw the ball against UW in order to come back and fight back into games. And they've done a terrific job. 7 interceptions from the secondary.
Wow.
Through 4 games.
Well, hey, we got to go with the final piece of the puzzle. If we're going to put together the best team, got to have the best coaches.
Yeah. And we can't choose ourselves, right?
Well, no, we can't.
Okay.
We can't.
All right.
So
All right.
I'm going to go with the man who's been the talk of all of college football. That's right. Wish I had my sunglasses because I've been going with Coach Prime. Listen, you're talking about a guy who kicked down the door in Colorado, absolutely re-energized the entire state, has brought back this program to a place that it hasn't seen in over a decade.
Yeah.
And look, everything we talked about, people are like, who are they going to be? How about they're going to be 3-0, heading to Autzen. Now, look, they got taken to task a little bit this weekend, but there's a talent deficiency right now that they're still working through. And like Coach Prime said, if you're going to get me, you better get me this year.
You better get me right now.
You better get me this year.
You know, the beauty of this is that there's no wrong answers, right? That's just how talented the coaches are in this conference. Forget the players, the coaches, but I got to go with Kalen DeBoer. Coming in last year, we weren't really sure what Washington was going to be. 11 wins later, now we understand what Washington is, and they just continue to get better. Offense is better, which is crazy for how good they were a season ago. The defense is much better. And I think when you've had a year to look at him and what he's done, and then to still not be able to stop it the second season, they always talk about a sophomore slump, second-year hangover.
No idea what that is.
Not for Kalen DeBoer. They just keep going.
Hey, love the pick. Love the pick. Love the team we put together. Right now, it's only in our dreams. But, Guy, I'm telling you, our team would be amazing. Back to you.